Hello and welcome to this British Dyslexia Association webinar broadcast all about the International Conference in April 2018. We are really excited as we build to the International Conference with the theme of evidence to practice and back again, as this time around we have partnership sponsorship with Microsoft and also Scanning Pens. And it's with Jack Churchill from Scanning Pens that I'll be speaking to on this broadcast around the IC and all the fantastic products that Scanning Pens have got to offer as well. So a little bit about Jack himself. Jack Churchill is co-founder and CEO of Scanning Pens Limited. Jack himself also has dyslexia and his company has been in the EdTech and dyslexia area for more than a decade now. So, Jack, this is a chance for us to spend some time really talking about the IC. So I wondered if you'd like to start us off by telling us how long Scanning Pens have been involved with the International Conference and why it's such an important conference for you guys and the team.
Thanks, Donna. Yeah, the International Conference is something we've attended at least twice before, if not 3 times. And I think the fact that the conference happens every 2 years means that all the attendees, presenters, researchers who are involved in this conference, really they have time to think about what the conference is going to be about, and it just focuses everyone's mind. So every 2 years people come together from across the UK, Europe and the world to talk about dyslexia, and the conference that you organize is really a huge platform for dyslexia and helping move the debates and discussions and arguments forward.
Yes, I think we all feel that, and it's great this time that after all these years that you've worked with us that your team are going to sponsor us as well, so that's brilliant. So we'll come back to the IC, I think, Jack, during our chat today. But I'd like, if you don't mind, to tell us a bit about what Scanning Pens has got to offer generally, really, as a product.
Yes, so I mean, these pens have been around for 20 odd years, and in the last couple of years, they've suddenly just been propelled forward by new technology. They've become camera scanners rather than line scanners. So they're very fast, very efficient, and have really nice voices, making them easy for people to understand and use in their day-to-day lives. I mean, as a company, we've been established for quite a few years, and we've now got offices in Telford, which is where the conference bizarrely happens to be as well. So offices in Telford, Shropshire, and in Clearwater, Florida. We're an independent supplier, so we represent different manufacturers, and yeah, we're really proud to be sponsoring the conference that's coming up in April next year. The pens really are what is working really well at the moment for helping dyslexics to be independent, working on their own. They've got built-in batteries, built-in memory, built-in power, and they come with headphones, so you can be anywhere, anytime, in the classroom, at home, in the workplace, and you can scan over a word you're not sure about and hear it aloud. And it just means people can decode these words very easily and understand them and get on with their everyday lives. There's been a bit of a mind shift too in the whole exam thinking too, and that it's that children are going to leave school and need to manage on their own. And if we continuously set them up to have human readers reading to them all the time, it's effectively setting them up to fail, because when they leave school, they look around and there's no human reader to help read to them. So we're really excited to have had pens approved for use in exams, including GCSEs and A-levels in the UK, as well as they can be used in International Baccalaureate and Cambridge IGCSEs. And also the Irish Exam Board in the last few weeks have now said that they can be used in the Irish exams. Australia has said that pens can be used in exams. So what this is doing is it means some of the children can be back in the main exam hall, reading on their own, managing on their own to read the questions, and they don't all have to be in separate rooms with human readers. Of course, there are going to be students who need human readers to help them read on their own. So there's two main pens. The C Pen Reader includes a dictionary and storage and a voice recorder. And then there's the Exam Reader, which is locked down for exams. So it's bright orange and it just reads aloud the text. It doesn't have any extra features like dictionary or storage or voice recorder, because you're not allowed those in an exam, so it would be unfair on the other students. I think the principle behind the using them in exams is that children are not being tested on their ability to read the question. They're being tested on their knowledge of a given subject. And if they can't read the word on the page because they're dyslexic or have some sort of reading difficulty, then they are really disadvantaged because they're unable to answer the question. So there's been a big mind shift towards setting the children up to be independent, to read on their own, and also the resourcing of exams. There's so many children needed to have human readers today, and if we can get some of them back reading on their own, that's good for the school and it's good for the students. So yeah, typically you'd have human readers or computer readers, and now you can have pen scanners reading to you. So it prepares children for the real world. They get immediate answers. They don't always have to ask for help. And if you think of a classroom setting, if you're 12, 13 years old, do you really want to stick your hand up in front of 30, 35 other children and ask questions in front of your peer group, or would you rather be getting on with it on your own? So yeah, the pens have been approved by various exam boards, and we've been fortunate enough to be shortlisted for the BET Awards too earlier this year.
That's brilliant, Jack. And just to share with our listeners, when you're with us during the international conference next year, those products will be available, I guess, for people to come along to your stands and have a look and have a play around with and have a chat with the experts.
Definitely. So we offer a free 30-day trial to schools, and that can be schools in the UK, it can be schools overseas, and at the show we will very much be allowing people to try the pens, use them. We're always giving them out, showing them to people, getting them using them on their own. It only takes a few seconds to be able to scan over some words and have them read aloud to you. So it's very much going to be hands-on at the conference, making it exciting, making people interact with the latest technology. And that's not just from my company. I know there'll be lots of other exhibitors there showing the latest software, hardware, and developments that they've created and developed for people with dyslexia.
You're spot on there, because I think this time around more than ever we've got this expo element to the conference, whereby, like you say, it's very hands-on. We've got a massive space in our exhibitor hall with lots of different companies and organisations with us. Of course, it's great to have scanning pens there for all the reasons that you've discussed. So is there anything in terms of what the conference is going to offer this time around that's jumped out of you in terms of the timetable that's there? I've just put up the slide about some of the keynote speakers, but I think there might be a speaker in the main body of the conference as well that you thought may be of interest and links with your work at Scanning Pens. Yeah,
well, I'd firstly say, 2 years ago at the last conference, I was really blown away as an exhibitor by every conversation I had with speakers, delegates was fascinating. The people that come together for this conference are extraordinary people in their own research fields, and whether they're educators or scientists or psychologists, the people who come together are fascinating, and they're all trying to work towards helping people to work better, work more efficiently, and aid, I suppose, predominantly children with learning difficulties. I mean, one of the from the program, one of the speakers I'm looking forward to hearing is Rod Nicholson, who's got a talk about positive dyslexia at school, university, and work, and that's on the Friday. And our company very much likes to push this hashtag, which is Succeed with Dyslexia. We're all into being positive about dyslexia, which I know fits in with a lot of the dyslexia awareness conversations that are happening at the moment anyway. So I mean, people see dyslexia as a benefit sometimes. It's not always just a burden. There are advantages to having dyslexia, which we're trying to bring out of young people and adults who have it.
Definitely. And you just hit on as well about last time around the type of attendees we've got. And I think even just the flavour from some of the keynotes we've got on this slide, I think shows us it really is international in the way that the speakers that we have with us, but also, as you say, the delegates who come along are from literally all over the world as well, which must be great for you guys at Scan and Pens because you get this kind of international audience as well.
Absolutely. We wanted to, our businesses, we see it closely aligned with dyslexia. So by being involved in the BDA, the International Conference, the fact we can connect with dyslexic professionals and teachers and academics across the world was very appealing to us as a company.
Yeah, definitely. So you've mentioned Rod Nicholson's session and the positive dyslexia. Something else that we talked about the expo maybe being a new emphasis this time around, and something else that we're eager to kind of have a look at this time around is welcoming new people to the international conference who don't always naturally would come because they feel that it's a very academic or theoretical sessions, not realising that actually during the time we do focus on practical things and top tips and all the kind of day-to-day impacts dyslexia have and good practice guidelines. So something that people will be able to look out and have a look at our website for the international conference is this idea that now Saturday will be a parents' day as well. So we will have a part of the conference on the Saturday, the last day of the conference, whereby for £20, so it's a real bargain, if you like, people will be able to join us for half a day in the morning for some input from some of our experts talking about how to support children and learners with dyslexia and other neurodiverse learning differences, and then have this chance in the afternoon to explore the expo as well, Jack. And I think we've both been excited about that because it gives parents and those who've got a general interest in the area of dyslexia who may not always come to the international conference for the full experience, but they get a chance now to come and join us for the day, for this £20 ticket, and also in the afternoon explore the expo really and see Scan and Pens and come and have a chat with you on a very personal level, I think, as well. Any thoughts about that? I think you're probably as excited as I am about that. I think it's a great chance for everybody.
Yeah, Donna, I mean, I couldn't agree more with you. I think, it's all very well having the conference, which is going to be amazing and bring together all these great brains and ideas and conversations from across the world. But I think on the Saturday to have a whole load of parents and individuals who have got dyslexia or work with people who've got dyslexia come in and listen to some keynote talks, and then to be able to go out and explore the expo hall, I think is going to be an amazing opportunity. I don't know anything like it in Europe where parents can come and see specifically a whole lot of dyslexia-friendly software, hardware, and hear from interesting speakers at the same time. So I'm going to be encouraging people until April to get out there and to come along and sign up and turn up on the day to come to find out more. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's what the BDA does really well. With your helpline and all your various materials is helping people, and that's why everyone is coming to this conference, is to help people. And Saturday is going to be great. Get everyone in the hall, finding out more who wouldn't necessarily have an opportunity to hear about dyslexia on this first-hand level.
Yes, definitely. I'm glad you agree. And for anybody listening to this broadcast, if you are really interested in what we're talking about here, which will be on the 14th of April, so that's the Saturday, the last day of the conference, please do visit our website. I'm just scrolling through now for the slides to show you. So the BDA International Conference does have its own kind of website, which sits within the BDA's website. If you go on that front page, so literally if you Google British Dyslexia Association, you will see then at the front page and the BDA, the International Conference website sits within that, and that gives you lots of programme information if you want to find out more about some of the keynotes you've just had a look at on the slide, and also the specific session that Jack made reference to, and this Saturday Parents' Day. And when it goes live, which it will do in the not too distant future, there will be a link to purchase a ticket. But as Jack says as well, you'll be able to come along on the day and pay for your ticket, and then you've got access to a whole range of speakers in the morning, and then in the afternoon to the expo as well. And if you've got just generally any further questions, please do feel free to message myself and the team in the conference. I've popped that slide back up in terms of the email address for conference at bdadyslexia.org.uk. And lots more information to come really now as we build to it. So Jack, I just want to say a huge thank you to you for giving up your time to share Scanning Pen's information and what
thank you, Donna.
Doing at the conference. It will be really exciting, I think. So we will broadcast more of these mini webinars, and I think it's been hopefully quite insightful about what we're going to offer. So a big thank you to you, and we just build now until the 12th to the 14th of April in Telford. So thank you.